Sometimes, man, I wished I would have came up like some people may not like this video. I can tell by what I'm fixing to say. Sometimes I wish that I would have been like. It may sound like compromising, but I don't know how to really say it like in a professional way because I wasn't raised around and I didn't have access. I wasn't around the right education at the moment. You see what I'm saying? Um, or whatever. But sometimes I wish that I could have lived, maybe survived in the streets because you get an education, even though people call it street, we call it street knowledge. Street, some people call it street sense. My brother have street sense. And sometimes I wish I could have went the route that he went instead of like my life has really been in since I've been like I don't even know how to say it, raised up in a Christian home or whatever. It just looked like to the best of my ability, it done more damage. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like when you're dealing with people who from the streets, it's like they know how to um shit. It's like they knows how to be logical, if that makes sense. Not only that, but it's like they be around all kinds of different people. And it's almost like in that, when you going through a struggle like that, it almost teaches you how to be a better man because you knows how to deal with you know how to just be a man. You know how to take care of your shit. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because when you are dealing with now, I know that Esau set all this stuff up like this here. You see what I'm saying? Um, I noticed that when you from the streets, the people from the streets, if they got something to say about you, if they that you did, man, I'm just telling you something that I see, that I be seeing all the time. Because one thing about me, now one thing trait I do like that I got, I'm glad that mostly everywhere I went, like going to the store, like going places where I wanted to go to get what I want and stuff, I walked my whole life walking to the store. Going now, I lived in a community to where I have little friends down. You know what I mean when you live in the African American community. You know your little neighbors from down the streets, like you like a brother. I hung around a lot of older people coming up. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like I came. There are different types of levels of streets. There's the natural streets. There is the um, what you call this here when you converse. Because I feel like I always hung around people who were much older than me coming up. And when I would want advice, I would go to the older people when I felt lost, when I felt lonely and needed somebody to talk to and converse with because I always did like talking with older people. You see what I'm saying? But this video is about what you see. I tried to spell the first word right. Arguing and putting you to thinking is two different. I mean, arguing and putting you to thinking is different. Arguing, and putting you to thinking. A lot of people get that confused when they say, "Oh, you like to argue," or something like that. No. Um, when you trying to get to know somebody and you really want to get to know them and you want to go in depth with them and get deep with them, you ask them deep questions. It's just like before you buy a car. Before you buy the car, you're not just gonna go there and just buy the car and just walk out. You're gonna ask questions about the car, how many miles the car got, things like that. But when it comes down to people on the streets, the people on the streets are they keep it real with you. I experienced this a couple of days ago, and I actually talked about it in a couple of couple of slides down in these lives. And they just not gonna go behind your back talking about you. But it just seems like it almost seems like the people that's from the streets and been out there and then did all of that, it almost seems like they have a real good understanding about it. It's like they know how to think, most of them. It's like when they because a lot of them can articulate themselves very well. You see what I'm saying? Having street sense. That's what it's called. It's called having street knowledge, or having some street sense. You can have book sense all day, but that street knowledge, it will hit the hammer to the nail. Because I noticed that my brother, he has a lot of street sense. You see what I'm saying? And he pretty much knows how to survive the streets. He knows how to deal with any. To me, he knows how to deal with any and every type of challenge because he had it. He has the street brain to be able to deal with it. He got the brain to where he can do it. And sometimes I wish that I would have came up if I'd have took a route to go to the struggle. I go through a different type of struggle. We live our lives differently. Sometimes I wish if I would have took a struggle, in my opinion, if I'm not mistaken, when I was like 12 and 13, I believe I would have took that struggle. Because to me, that struggle, in my opinion, is a whole lot better. Why do I know that? I listen and I'm being around him off and on and listen to and observe how he interact his interaction with people. He don't let shit get to him too fast. You know what I'm saying? If he dealing with a controversial situation, or if he walking up into a conversation with somebody, he on right off the rip, he knows how to just uh set the foundation and set up a conversation. You see what I'm saying? He knows how to approach it head on without uh offending you know what I'm saying? He just have that way with him. He knows how he good as hell, you know. And I be looking at it sometime and I be like, damn, man, I wish I was like that. I be aching in my spirit, man. What the hell did I miss? You see what I'm saying? Because it's like you've been raised up or you came up in an environment to where it's like when you don't come up in an environment and you don't be around different people. Because see, when he was dealing with, from the being from the streets, because you meet all kinds of different people out there, and he don't get emotional too fast. If that, you know what I mean? It's like he don't get. If he do, it's a certain way he do it, but he just knows how how to handle. He can handle good business. You see what I'm saying? Like with me, if I'm around a person and somebody challenge, I'm gonna think logical, but I feel like my emotions will override me. You see what I'm saying? Because the influence that I had coming around. Because see, my brother been around a lot of men when probably when he was being locked down and going into them different places, if you know what I mean, like in and out, in the uh court systems and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to just, matter of fact, somebody that liked it him said the same thing. They liked it him. They liked it him in a way, like they loved him so much to the point of where they were saying, I wish that he could talk to my son. I wish that he could talk to my son. He knows how to, they were saying things like, he can teach my sons how to be a man. He can teach them, instill in them what their father couldn't give them. And I'm looking at myself, I'm like, damn, I can't really be a strong leader if I'm uh like I'm logical, but I think my emotions in certain instance can override my logic. You know what I'm saying? Because it depends on how they come at me. You see what I'm saying? Because for me, at times, sometimes I'm not gonna be as, I probably, my emotions get out of control. You see what I'm saying? And it's called your nerves, I say, if I'm not mistaken. You see what I'm saying? You know how you people say he getting on my nerve? Nah, your nerves is control. I would say, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. I think your nerves control everything about you, I think. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't have nothing to, when I don't have nothing to feel that void, when it comes to the feel the void of the nerve, to calm that nerve, it's that chemicals shoot more to that nerve, like that. It shoot more to the nerve, and the chemical hits the nerve, and it goes to the brain. Say boom, 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 boom. Go in on this person. And then I may put a little logic here and young, boom, 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 boom. But my nerves I went up, then shot up so far until I'm not even thinking straight. It's like I'm so mad until it's like I'm throwing punches and can't stop. You see what I'm saying? And then when I make a calm down, when I calm down, it's like, damn, okay, damn, I need to control that shit. I need to control that. You know what I mean? In your mind, you're saying, damn, I need to control that. And then you see where you like, damn, I see this is, I need to fix this. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Um, what else I was gonna say? I said, now by all right, let me say this here. By my brother being around people, different men in the jail and dealing with different people and stuff, he's so used to the environment because he knows how to deal with all kinds of people because he deal with people in those systems, in the prison system or the jail system or whatever you want to call it, that come from different backgrounds, and him being in that and learning all them different personalities and learning all the different spirits, he probably would know how to have a balance, a good balance, and hearing, listening to them talk, and all that type of stuff. You learn how to converse, I would say, on every level. You see what I'm saying? You learn how to balance it out. You learn not to be overly here, but you learn how to, like, okay, I let me hear the person out. Once I hear them all the way out, then I can, like, okay, I feel what they're saying now. I get it. Now and then he could, because he'll be like, oh, I understand what they mean. Just calm down. Just calm down. Listen to what they're saying. Hear them out. You see what I'm saying? And once you get all that, the general idea down packed of what each person is feeling, you be like, hold on, okay, this is what he meant. Okay, all right, they'll understand. Okay, now they'll know how to, like, come and say, okay, I tell you what, you was like this, and I understand why you did this here, and I understand. And they may try to deny. No, then they won't. No, you remember, because not only is street people good and articulated, but they can remember what you say from the beginning of your conversation. You see what I'm saying? And he just knows how to converse with them. You know what I'm saying? And because he got a good memory, he remember what they beat and said, and he can go back and repeat what they say. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I need to get there. Now I will say, don't get me wrong, he has his struggles in his own way, because we all have our demons that we dealing with. You see what I'm saying? That we trying to max out, max them out. You know what I mean? We trying to kill that spirit. You see what I'm saying? So that more of that manly spirit can overtake you. You see what I'm saying? For me, uh, once somebody come in and shoot my nerves up, or I allow my nerves just to get shot up, then it's gonna make me. I'm gonna go in on you, and It's gonna be all kinds of disrespect. Now, do I want to do that? No. I'm gonna be looking at, like, okay, this is how you came at me. Is the reason why you got the response from me the way that I gave it to you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. I'm looking at all these people that's from the streets. They know how to converse with people, man. They know how to deal with different situations when they face with challenges. When they face with a challenge, they can face it head on. And I would say some more than likely, for the most part, better than me. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that since he like been in the streets, it's like he knows it's basically, when you so used to being in the streets, you know how to survive the streets. You know how to survive, and you know how to give people the response that you don't know how to give. But in reality, they you you know what I'm saying? I don't want to cross this video up. You'll be prepared is to give the right response to these people. And that's why when I look at his life, or my brother, I'm like, damn, man, I got a lot of working on. I got a lot of I got a lot of work to do on myself, because I acknowledge, you know what, I can't be a leader if I'm an emotional man. Yeah, I ain't no way in the world I can be a leader. And how is I'm gonna I tell myself, how in the hell is I'm gonna lead a family? How in the hell is I'm gonna lead a family of children, um, teach my children, or if I had any, to be a real man? You see what I'm saying? And stand up, because there's a scripture in the Bible that says, "Be thou strong, stand up, and show thyself a man." So I acknowledge that I do need that guidance, and I miss that fatherly that father guide. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have it. I wish so bad that I had it, but there's nothing that I can't do nothing. But the only thing that I can do is just, I can't control what already happened. You know, I can't control it. All I can do is do do it. Just do what I can. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just do what I can, and just try to make a better version of what I saw when I was like coming coming up and young and stuff. You see what I'm saying? And I'm learning, man. I want to learn. I'm trying to learn and just do different things. You see what I'm saying? I'm just learning how to, I want to meet that hump, because I tell myself, how I'm gonna be able to help somebody else and teach them how to be a man and they see that I'm not even being a man, you know. So it would be just impossible for me to teach somebody else how to be a man when they don't even know what it's like. They need to see it in me first. That's what I be thinking. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna get up out of here and I'm gonna see y'all probably tomorrow sometime. And y'all have a good night, man. The video, arguing and putting you to thinking is too arguing and thinking, arguing and putting you to thinking is different. Arguing, 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 and putting you to thinking is different. All right.